The debate over age and leadership has once again stirred heated conversations across Nigeria. Many citizens argue that the country's political stage has long been dominated by aged leaders, men they describe as frail, out of touch, and unfit to handle the demands of modern governance. But beyond Nigerians' borders, the story appears to be different. In many parts of the world, performance, not age, is what truly defines leadership. In Nigeria, the sentiment is clear. A large section of the population believes it's time for younger leaders to take the reins. This conversation reached fever pitch during the 2023 general elections, when Labour Party's Peter Obi, then 61 years old, became the symbol of youthful reform and a generational shift in politics. Many of his supporters rallied around the belief that Nigeria needed fresh energy, new ideas, and leaders closer in touch with the realities of its growing youth population. This growing agitation for youthful leadership was strongly fueled by the Not Too Young to Run movement, a campaign that successfully pushed for constitutional amendment to reduce the age limit for running for political office. The movement became a rallying cry for young Nigerians, emphasizing that governance should no longer be the exclusive preserve of the elderly. Advocates argue that it takes a youth to truly understand the minds and aspirations of other youths, who, after all, make up nearly 70% of Nigerians' population. The campaign not only reawakened political consciousness among the younger generation, but also gave legitimacy to the demand for inclusion in leadership. However, the debate has resurfaced once again, this time ignited by the renewed presidential ambition of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who at 78 years old has expressed interest in contesting for the presidency once more. His announcement has sparked an uproar across social and political circles, with many Nigerians questioning why he continues to seek the nation's highest office despite multiple unsuccessful attempts. Critics argue that it is time for him to step aside and allow a much younger candidate to take on the challenge of rebuilding the country. In response to the growing criticism, Atiku reportedly clarified that he is not stepping down for anyone, but would fully support any younger aspirant who wins the ADC presidential ticket. Similarly, during late President Muhammadu Buhari's time in office, widespread criticism trailed his health and perceived frailty. Many Nigerians felt his age as 72 when he assumed office in 2015 and 80 by the time he left made him incapable of leading effectively. Critics pointed to long medical trips abroad and sluggish decision-making as evidence that the nation was being governed by someone past his prime. Yet when you look around the world, the narrative isn't quite the same. In the United States, former President Joe Biden, who left office at 81 years of age, faced similar concerns about his age. But for many Americans, the debate was centered more on performance than age. Interestingly, Donald Trump, who succeeded him and is now 79 years of age, continues to command significant political influence, proving that in the US, leadership credibility is often judged by results and ideology, not age. In Cameroon, President Paul Biya, aged 92, has ruled for over 4 decades. Teodoro Obiang Nguema of Equatorial Guinea at 83 remains the world's longest-serving president. Yoweri Museveni of Uganda is 80. Isaias Afwerki of Eurasia is 79. And Alassane Ouattara of Cote d'Ivoire is 78. All still firmly in power. Across these nations, age has not necessarily been seen as a disqualifier for leadership. In fact, many citizens argue that experience and stability outweigh youthful enthusiasm. So why is Nigeria different? Experts say it's a matter of trust and track record. Years of economic struggles, unemployment, and corruption scandals have made the Nigerian electorate impatient for change, and for many, that change begins with younger leadership.